yourself?
My name's Britney Spotted Bird. My Indian name is Zidgana Ziwi. It's Yellowbird Woman. I'm 32. I have a husband at home. I have two children, Jodeas and Logan, and then I help raise my nephew, Vincent, and baby Kay.
Cool. All right. So, second question would be, where do you currently work?
I currently work at the Fort Peck Adult Correction Center here in Poplar, Montana.
Oh, okay. That's the question. Like, what are some of your strengths?
Some of my strengths are that I don't get too nervous. I get along with everybody, especially if they're incarcerated. I like to joke around with everybody and make sure that, because everyone's human beings. I don't want them thinking like if they're locked up that they have no one available to talk to. And I like to brighten up their day. I like to joke around with them. So comedy, I guess, would be like one of my strengths.
Excellent. Okay. I guess what would your weaknesses be?
Gee. Weaknesses. Some of my weaknesses would be being a leader at work, because I feel like I'm not, like that's like just opposite. I don't know, like I'm not a good leader for me, but everyone always depends on me at work, so I try my hardest to be a good leader when I have to be.
Right.
I'm a certified correctional officer. I had to go to 6-week training down in Artesia, New Mexico, and they taught us everything from getting medication ready, doing intakes, how to pat them down, how to place them in a chair if needed, how to talk to them, communication skills, and getting OC'd. If we accidentally get OC'd, so we know what to expect, how to use our voice, how to be a leader, and just, it was a good 6-week program. So, and then we always do other little programs too at work too. So, like building character strength and how to do your job, doing reports and everything. So there's always more to learn.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess what were some of your previous jobs?
Before this job, I was a cook there at the jail. So I worked with the bigger, serving sizes, because there's always about 70 to 80 people in jail. Before that, I was secretary for the JDC, that's the Juvenile Detention Center, and I picked up the mail, did payroll advances for the jails. And before that, I was a cashier at Tribal Express, and I was a substitute teacher for Brockton, a cheerleading coach. I did firefighting one summer, and a cook down at the laundromat when it used to be called the laundromat.
Oh, cool.
I've been working since I was 16 years old.
Wow. So what were your challenges in your career choices over the years? What was your challenges with that?
Well, some of the challenges in my work was, again, having to do a 6-week training. I had to be away from my kids for 6 weeks, and it was pretty tough, and I got lonely at times, but I kept telling myself, I'm doing this for them. I'm doing this for them. And then that day I graduated, I was just so happy. I was like, yep, I did this for them.
All right. So what were your career aspirations when you were in middle school?
In middle school, I wanted to be I can't remember what it's called. An archaeologist at the time, and because I was really interested in the pyramids, but after, my grandfather taught me about AIM and how people were doing that with our ancestors. We're digging them up and putting them in museums, and I couldn't do that. I had a change of heart after that.
No, for sure, yeah. So, if you knew in middle school, like what you know now, so you got to picture yourself, everything you know now and you were in middle school, what would you have done differently?
Definitely started my career earlier. I really love my job. I would have loved to start earlier, applied right away before I started my family. So then, I wouldn't have to miss them as much. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, cool. And what advice do you have for young people in career planning or college planning? Like what would you tell them?
To look into their options. College is always great. Everyone could always go back. You could always go back. I tell myself that too. I could always go back. I just need a few more credits for a couple degrees. And if they want to save up before they go to college, just start a job. Especially if they don't do alcohol, drugs, and they have a good, clear background. And I would say come out and work at the jail or the JDC, because it's a great place, besides a few, incidents. But other than that, it's a good place to work.